everybody! So I just got back from seeing Captain America Civil War. And this is, of course, very hyped up, very excited movie. And a lot of us really liked Winter Soldier. And so we were really curious to see what the directors, the Russo brothers, would do. And I think that the Captain America films have all been really solid. And of course, Iron Man is a really fun character, Robert Downey Jr., so to see them sort of come to a conflict, and we saw this sort of brewing in Age of Ultron and what was going to happen, I think a lot of us were really, really looking forward to this film. And it's been frustrating because I feel like everyone on YouTube has seen this movie. I feel like I hardly even need to do spoiler-free review because everyone seems to have seen it and put out multiple reviews in some case. I didn't do any early showings in Utah, so I didn't get a chance to see it early, but I saw it tonight. And it's a really fun movie. I liked it a lot. And it's got everything that I think that somebody who likes these kind of movies will really, really like. I think, is it going to necessarily convert people over that aren't into the MCU and that don't like these kind of movies? Probably not. But it's for what it is, it's a super good movie. I liked it. Some of well, let me tell you a little bit about it first. So we have sort of the build-up from the events of Age of Ultron. Tony, Iron Man, has created Ultron and created all of this chaos, and of course the Sokovia has almost had been lifted up and then torn, almost destroyed the whole Earth or whatever. So there was that whole huge thing, and they tried to save as many people as they could, but they couldn't obviously save everyone. At the beginning of this film, the Avengers are in Africa, I forget where in Africa, and Scarlet Witch has to throw this dangerous thing at a building that ends up building, as certain people end up dying in the building. So they're trying to get this biological weapon, whatever. And so there becomes this need for this accord. And the United Nations tries to get all of the Avengers to sign this accord that they will only go out and help on the bidding of this United Nations, of this group. And Steve Rogers, Captain America, doesn't want to sign the accord because he feels like then they will lose their agency of being able to decide when to help and when not to help. They will have to get approval from someone else and then won't be able to be effective. So he's not happy about it. Whereas Iron Man, because Tony Stark saw the vision in Ultron of everybody dying, and he knows that he had the power to create Ultron and do this really bad thing, then he agrees to sign it, and he is pro signing it. So that's sort of the beginning of the conflict and between the two sides. And then you also have the Winter Soldier, who of course was in the second Captain America movie, and he does he remember Steve? Does he not remember? Is he doing bad things? Is he not doing bad things? And he and Steve and Tony kind of are a conflict between all of them. So that's kind of the basis, and all of these characters get involved in the conflict. You have Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, so fun, really good. The accent's a little cheesy, I thought, but I liked his character. He definitely, you saw a real arc throughout the course of the movie. You really see him learn from all of this, which was nice. And then you have Scarlet Witch, Elizabeth Olsen, great. She's really good. I really liked her and Vision kind of going off of each other. It was a lot of fun. Paul Bettany, of course, is Vision. I liked him in Ultron. I like him here very much as well. He has his loyalty to Tony, of course, and he understands Tony, but then he also is getting to know some of the other Avengers as well. Then you have Natasha, Black Widow, and she's torn because she loves Steve. She loves Captain America, but she also sees the value behind the accord. So she's kind of torn. You have Hawkeye, who at first is retired but is kind of brought in to help. You have Ant-Man with Paul Rudd there. He's, of course, hilarious, so good. Who else am I forgetting? You've got Captain America, you've got, of course, Thor and Hulk are out for this one. And yeah, there's people I'm forgetting, I can't remember. You have the premiere, I guess, of Spider-Man with Tom Holland, and he was really fun. It was very well written. It almost had a Joss Whedon-esque feel to it, the scenes with Spider-Man and with Ant-Man. I thought they were really witty and really funny, and I think he's gonna make a really charming little Spider-Man movie. And I thought that him and Robert Downey Jr. had great chemistry, Tom Holland and Robert Downey Jr. And I think what this movie did so well is that you really felt for Tony. You really felt that I don't know, that he had demons that he was dealing with, and you could see his side of the story. I thought they did a good job with that, but then you also felt for Steve, and it's still definitely Captain America's movie. He's still definitely the thrust of it, is his story working with, Falcon, and Rhodey, of course, Rhodey's there. And so, you know, you kind of, you see both sides, and I thought they did a good job with that. The other great positive is particularly the airport scene. I know a lot of people talked about the airport scene, but it is worthy of the hype. It was so good. I could have had it go on even longer. It was so much fun, and you get like the bigger scope action with explosions and you know, all of that, but you also get the one-on-one action, and there are some action fighting that does have consequences, and so it does feel pretty tense and earthy and visceral and everything like that. So that was just so entertaining. If I was going to say a few little negatives, if I'm nitpicking a little bit, at the very beginning, there's a couple action scenes. There's probably 2-3 action scenes that are very, very shaky cammy, and they're kind of going through the streets, and you see it move and move and move, and you know I'm not a big fan of shaky cams, so I don't really like that, and I was like, oh no, this whole movie is going to be super shaky, but it calms down. It calms down. So I don't know if I even would have noticed it as much if I hadn't been in IMAX 3D, which it was awesome in IMAX 3D, but that part, the shaky cam, I didn't really like. And then the other negative for me, I know that everybody's always like, oh, Marvel villains suck, Marvel villains suck. But the thing about Zemo, who's the villain in this movie, played by Daniel Bruhl, is he was kind of annoying. It wasn't, because I don't really care if it's a sort of a boring villain, that doesn't really bother me, but in this case he was just kind of annoying. I don't know, every scene I was like, ugh, this guy will go away. I didn't really like him, but it's not that big a deal. It still works because the main conflict of the film is not between the villain. The main conflict of the film is between Tony and Steve. So, and Steve is not without fault in this film. Like, he lets Tony down in a big way, and so yeah, it works. I think it's a very, very entertaining comic book movie. I think that everybody will like it. There are some things that I would be concerned about taking small kids. I don't know, I'm so bad at that, but there's definitely some violence. There's a scene with a sort of a waterboarding that I thought was gratuitous and unnecessary, and so that was unfortunate, I felt like. And maybe that was also part of the reason why I just was so turned off from the villain from the beginning, is that scene. And of course there's lots of fighting and, you know, violence in that sense. There is some blood, there's some stakes, there's some moments of tension, there is a little bit of language, but nothing too bad. So I don't know, it just depends on the kid, I guess, but I did think that waterboarding scene was pretty, yeah. So, I don't know. That is sort of my thoughts. I guess I will give it an A. I really did enjoy it. I thought it was really good. So thanks so much. Let me know what you think. And yeah, if you can see it, I'm sure everyone's gonna see it. But when you see it, put it in the comment section. Let me know what you think. And thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you later. Bye.